Hi there, Stephen Harvey here, MD and founder of Oasis Estate Agents in Staines-upon-Thames, and I just wanted to give you a brief update on what's been happening in the housing market, in particular in September, although we're recording this in early October, and to give you an overview of what's been happening. So, currently the average property price in the last 12 months in Staines-upon-Thames is sitting at £419,125, and to give you an idea of how that compares to the whole of the UK, the average property price in the UK is currently sitting at just over 298,000. So you see that Staines-upon-Thames is a nice premium area and of course a wonderful place to live. So far for the year at Oasis, we've averaged a property price of £450,000, which is sitting slightly above the average for the area. And in Staines-upon-Thames so far this year, sales prices are up 4% on last year and 6% in the last 5 years. So not a massive amount of growth, but we did have properties falling back after the Liz Truss budget and the subsequent interest rate hikes that we had. And it's good to see that interest rates are now more stable and sitting at, at 4%. So just to give you some interesting facts, the top transaction in the last 3 months was a house in Greenlands Road. Delighted to say that that was a sale that Oasis agreed and completed on, and that completed at £835,000. And the average property values at the moment for a detached home, the average in Staines-upon-Thames is sitting at £686,000. For a semi-detached home, it's sitting at £494,000. For a terraced home, it's sitting at £445,000, and for an apartment, just shy of £260,000. So what's happened so far in 2025? So this isn't just for Oasis, this is for the whole of the market. In TW18 so far this year, there have been 196 transactions. 138 of those were houses and 58 of those were apartments. And so far, looking at the Rightmove data, we have agreed 77 sales. So really delighted with our market share, and does mean that we continue to be the market leading estate agent in the town. So there's a brief overview of what's been happening in the market. It's definitely been a year of two halves. The second half of the year has been much stronger for sales. Now, let's move on to lettings. Currently, in the last 12 months, the average rent agreed, and this is again not just about Oasis, this is right across the board, is sitting at £1,640 per month. And our latest figures show this has dropped off a little and it's now nearer £1,400. So we've seen rental prices fall a little. 74% of homes let in the past 12 months were apartments, and that's fairly typical, with the average rent of £1,403. There were 518 properties let in the last 12 months, and Oasis let just around about 20% of those. Again, makes us the market leader, which is fantastic, and we're now managing around 300 properties, which is great. So in terms of pricing, currently terraced houses have averaged around £1,985, semi-detached homes just over £2,000, and detached are averaging at £2,333. Today's rental market is driven mainly by professionals in their late 30s and 40s, which is a noticeable shift from a decade ago when the average renter was in their 20s. So we're seeing a lot of the youngsters staying at home with their parents for much longer. And as a dad of two, of a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old, I can testify for that too. So the average age of a tenant in Staines-upon-Thames is currently sitting at 34. And the main factor for this shift is delayed home ownership, as house prices have risen faster than wages have in the southeast. And many people who might have bought in their early 20s are now staying either in rented or at home with mum and dad. So yeah, there's a bit of an overview of what's been going on. Overall, the rental market is steady, but as I say, it has dropped off a little bit. Still great opportunities if you're looking to buy as an investment landlord, and we are achieving some fantastic yields. We're looking at anywhere between 5 and 7%, which is obviously way above what you'd get if you invested in your money into a bank. And obviously you get the capital growth on that as well, which, as I can say, this year have risen. So overall, the market's pretty steady. If you'd like some further information or want to discuss this, or if you've got any comments, feel free to drop us a message. My mobile number is 07799 887716. Drop me a WhatsApp, and always happy to chat, and many thanks for watching. Thank you.